We now zone in further on ancient ashwagandha's adaptogenic potential in muscle strength, recovery, and its suggested indirect contribution on muscle development due to its anti-stress properties in healthy adults. The aim being to understand why, holistically, ashwagandha may be helpful in holistic muscle nutrition. We will do this by exploring its potential medicinal and therapeutic effects with the presence of phytochemicals such as withanolides, phenols, flavonoids, steroidal lactones, B-cytosterol, etc. Before we dive deeper, we take a moment to appreciate the incredible ability of our bodies to build muscle naturally. This capability is supported by several fundamental factors. 1. The vast potential our bodies possess when nurtured. 2. The quality of diet. And 3. The way our bodies collaborate with us to improve through constructive dedication. Together, these principles underscore the harmonious relationship between our constructive efforts and our evolutionary physiology, creating a powerful synergy that drives physiological progress holistically. In holistic sciences, the ability of our body to build muscle is not merely considered a biological process, but a remarkable interplay of resilience and adaptation. And from a holistic point of view, the whole synergy between diet, body, mind, and energy underscores the complexity of our natural potential. This integral ability by our body to build muscle is known as muscle hypertrophy. Further, for healthy adults, muscle development can improve throughout life based on method, effort, and consistency. Holistically, each phase would bring its own possibility. Does this suggest that ashwagandha is crucial for muscle development? Not necessarily. Let's explore this a little more. Ashwagandha is one of several adaptogens that carry the potential to support muscle building practices, but it's not essential. It's more of a potential addition rather than a necessity. But this also depends on individual perspective, as some individuals pay particular attention to anti-inflammatory natural food-based additions, as well as the macro elements of body training nutrition, which is typical in a holistic approach. One aspect that gives it an edge compared to others is its historical use in ancient holistics and empirical observation with the development of time. Adaptogenic plants such as ashwagandha or tulsi, also known as Indian holy basil, may help the body adapt to stress while boosting energy levels and enhancing endurance. They carry the potential to regulate cortisol levels, minimize muscle breakdown, and support recovery after intense exercise. As a result, this can support in maintaining a consistent training regimen. Additionally, anti-inflammatory properties can aid in reducing soreness and improving overall performance, allowing for more effective muscle growth over time. Adaptogens may help modulate the release of cortisol, keeping it within a healthy range. By doing so, they may mitigate the effects of high cortisol, such as muscle catabolism and fatigue. Additionally, adaptogens may support recovery by enhancing overall resilience and energy levels. As a result, they may influence stamina, reduce fatigue, and promote better sleep quality, which is vital for muscle repair and growth. Withanolides are a group of naturally occurring steroids found in the ashwagandha plant. They have been shown to help regulate the body's stress response and lower cortisol levels by several mechanisms, including tempering adrenal hyperactivity, modulating HPA axis, enhancing neurotransmitters such as GABA and serotonin, etc. For the purpose of understanding ashwagandha's potential role in muscle development, in brief we look at a particular single study by Wankede et al. 2015, which looks at some of this relationship. Although some of these findings date back a few years, they provide valuable insight into ashwagandha's phytochemical properties and their relevance today nonetheless. As suggested, ashwagandha holds an important place in holistic sciences and continues to do so today. Specifically, their study investigated potential advantages when used alongside weight training in a small number of healthy men aged between 18 and 50 years. In particular, ashwagandha's primary advantages in training are often related to stress reduction and recovery, which is necessary for quality muscle repair and growth. Additionally, they state, as we now know, that ashwagandha is a member of the family of plants referred to as adaptogens. The term adaptogen is applied to a plant with phytonutrients that may regulate metabolism when a body is perturbed by physical or mental stress and helps the body adapt by potentially 1. Normalizing system functions, 2. Developing resistance to future such stress, and 3. Elevating the body's functioning to a higher level of performance. Further, muscle recovery was evaluated by using serum creatine kinase level, a marker of muscle injury from the effects of exercise, whilst taking ashwagandha. They elaborate that, when muscles are overexerted, the muscle filaments are damaged and start to perish, thereby causing soluble proteins like creatine kinase to migrate from muscle tissue into the bloodstream. The body on its own repairs such damage over 1 to 10 days, and serum creatine kinase returns to baseline levels. A bout of exercise tends to produce less damage in muscle tissue when repeated in subsequent training sessions after the body gets accustomed to the exercise. This is because of adaptation and strengthening of the muscle tissue. In this regard, ashwagandha properties may help reduce oxidative stress and inflammation throughout the body. However, these effects are generally transient and should normalize with proper recovery, hydration, and nutrition. In their specific double-blind, placebo-controlled study, individuals were divided into two groups. One group received ashwagandha root extract, while the other received a placebo. Both groups engaged in an 8-week weight training program to assess muscle strength and recovery. A double-blind, placebo-controlled trial is a type of study that aims to test the effectiveness and safety of an intervention. They also state that results showed the ashwagandha group experienced significantly greater increases in muscle strength and size compared to the placebo group. For instance, the main comparables of their findings. Individuals taking ashwagandha showed significantly greater muscle strength gains in bench press and leg extensions, with subsequent numbers recorded and compared. It also suggests that, resultantly, there was a significantly greater decrease in body fat percentage as part of the outcome. This may relate to cortisol fat or stress fat as a result of ashwagandha's anti-stress actions. Therefore, ashwagandha, it may be categorized as an ergogenic aid, because the strain from exercise can be viewed as a form of stress with enhanced human physical performance. According to Wyszyński et al., 2023, ashwagandha's influence on the hormonal system deserves attention. It has been proved that it modulates pituitary functions, can improve thyroid gland homeostasis, regulates adrenal activity, and has a multi-directional influence on the reproductive system. Overall, in terms of muscle micronutrition, ashwagandha for healthy adults may have potential helpful therapeutic advantages depending on requirements. It has also been the subject of considerable modern scientific attention, Mirialili et al., 2009. Although ashwagandha's holistic application may be helpful in muscle development, it is also recognized for several other areas such as anxiolytic, antioxidative, and nervous system properties due to the matrix of several compounds present. What's also important to remember the quality of source, suitability, duration, and method play a major role in its efficacy, or point, so to speak. Finally, while ashwagandha has been used organically for centuries in ancient Ayurveda, whether to choose the modern-day developed KSM-66 or a high-quality organic source depends on individual suitability. KSM-66 is a specific extract from the roots of the ashwagandha plant. Holistically, for healthy adults, organic ashwagandha is typically a starting point. Ashwagandha is limited to dose and duration due to its potency. Subject to individual suitability, based on individual parameters and individual health status.